in. Amid reports the president's team is targeting Bob Mueller, trying to discredit the Russia investigators and talking pardons. Could the president pardon himself? Out of control, fires exploding in the west, torching homes, forcing evacuations, dangerously close to Yosemite, new reinforcements as the inferno doubles in size. Packing heat, TSA finding a record number of guns on airport security lines, many of them loaded. Porch pirates. As more people buy online, more thieves are making off with packages right from your front door. What authorities are doing to stop them. And a trip down memory lane with some beloved TV icons. Nightly News begins right now.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening, I'm Craig Melvin in for Lester. Some major staff changes at the White House on this Friday. It had been a bumpy 6 months for the man tasked with the job of chief spokesman for the Trump administration. Tonight, Press Secretary Sean Spicer is out. He quit suddenly this morning as a new communications director was announced. His name is Anthony Scaramucci, a longtime Wall Street banker and a former fundraiser for the Trump campaign. One of his first orders of business today was naming a new White House press secretary. So, what will these staff changes mean for the Trump White House? We start tonight with our chief White House correspondent, Hallie Jackson.
And I think that is troubling. Thank you guys very much.
In a stunning staff shuffle tonight, a familiar face stepping down and a new one stepping in.
President, what are you trying to accomplish with your staff shakeup today? Can you explain to us what you're trying to accomplish?
Make America great again.
Former campaign advisor Anthony Scaramucci, the new communications director with Sean Spicer, long rumored to be on thin ice, resigning as press secretary. All smiles today after a dramatic 24-hour battle behind closed doors. Multiple sources familiar with the fight tell NBC News Reince Priebus initially resisted the move. The chief of staff now tells NBC he's behind Scaramucci 100%, with Spicer telling the AP the president could benefit from a clean slate. Spicer's short tenure started with a splash.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period.
Often seeming to relish rumbling with reporters.
Quote-unquote fake news.
Infamously spoofed on SNL.
Liar, pants on fire!
This shakeup, the sixth, just 6 months into this young administration.
It's a sign that Donald Trump is serving as the personnel manager of his own White House, for better or for worse.
Scaramucci's job now, to speak for a boss who believes he's his own best messenger.
How do you expect to get this White House back on track?
I'm going to take a slight issue with the question because I actually think the White House is on track, and we're actually, I think, doing a really good job. Well, I actually do think from a messaging perspective.
Characteristically confident.
I'm a super optimistic guy. You know, I'm too short to see the glass anything other than half full.
The former Wall Street banker, nicknamed Mooch, now selling the president, although he didn't always.
That's another hack politician.
You call Donald Trump a hack?
He's a hack politician.
Today?
He brings it up every 15 seconds, okay? So, Mr. President, if you're listening, I personally apologize for the 50th time for saying that.
His polished performance speaking to years of TV experience, though not much communications experience, working now to win over his new boss, and maybe the media, too, blowing a kiss to the cameras on his way out, quickly dubbed the Mooch Smooch.
Spicer says he plans to stay on through August and tells us he's looking forward to spending more time with his family. No word on what he will do next. The new press secretary will be Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Spicer's deputy. She will be just the third woman to serve in that role and promises to do so with transparency and integrity. Craig.
Hallie, as you mentioned there, half dozen staffers out so far tonight. Any indication whether there might be more major personnel changes to come?
So Scaramucci was asked about this. He wouldn't get into hypotheticals today when he was talking about the possibility that somebody else might actually end up leaving the White House at some point. But remember, this is a White House that has long dealt with speculation about staff shakeups almost since day one, particularly when it comes to the chief of staff, Reince Priebus. That said, Priebus has held onto his job all along, even tonight, trying to signal the message of a unified front in the West Wing. Craig?
All right, Hallie Jackson starting us off tonight from the White House. Hallie, thank you. As all of that plays out, the White House is playing defense. Amid reports the president's lawyers are targeting special counsel Robert Mueller and his team, trying to discredit the Russia investigators, and a report that the president himself has even raised the question of his pardon power. NBC's Kristen Welker has those details.
Tonight, the president and his legal team pushing back against allegations he's trying to discredit special counsel Robert Mueller. One of the president's attorneys calling reports that his legal team is scouring the background of Mueller's investigators to find conflicts of interest nonsense, adding they are cooperating.
The president has absolutely nothing to do with any of the allegations that are being made.
U.S. officials familiar with the investigation say Mueller is gathering relevant documents, including financial records and business dealings of those close to the Trump campaign. Earlier this week, Mr. Trump warning it would cross a line if Mueller looked into his finances unrelated to Russia.
Would that be a breach of what his actual...
I would say yes. Yeah, I would say yes.
All of it setting off alarm bells.
Well, I think if he fired Bob Mueller, I think you'd see a tremendous backlash.
I have 100% confidence that Bob Mueller will conduct a thorough and fair investigation.
The Trump administration also struggling to explain reports the president has been asking his advisors whether he has the power to pardon his family members and even himself.
The president maintains pardon powers like any president would.
The president does have broad constitutional power to grant pardons for federal offenses, even before charges have been filed. Legally, it's not clear if a president can pardon himself.
I'm not aware of any president giving a pardon in an effort to stave off an investigation. That is, I believe, unprecedented.
Next week, the scrutiny intensifies. The president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, talks to Senate investigators behind closed doors Monday.
Jared Kushner won't be under oath for this interview, but it's a crime to lie to Congress, whether you swear an oath or not. So he's got to be very careful that his answers are absolutely truthful.
One key focus, Kushner's contacts with Russian officials. The president's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., and his former campaign chair, Paul Manafort, have been called to testify on Capitol Hill on Wednesday. No word yet on whether they'll appear. Craig.
Kristen Welker from the White House. Kristen, thank you. Now to the critical situation unfolding in the West tonight. Extreme fire, destroying homes and forcing thousands to get away. It is all playing out near Yosemite National Park, where crews from around the state have arrived to try and beat back the flames. With temperatures soaring, that blaze nearly doubled in size overnight. NBC national correspondent Miguel Almaguer shows us what those crews are up against.
It's now the most destructive, most dangerous wildfire in the nation. Exploding from home to home, more than 100 structures have been destroyed. The so-called Detweiler fire near Yosemite, a state of emergency. Crews call the inferno aggressive, extreme, and dynamic, exploding across some 75,000 acres, leaping roads and rivers. The historic gold mining town of Mariposa is threatened. Brian Bullets has seen fires before, but not like this.
Scary situation. Was pray for the residents of Mariposa.
With flames leaping 100 feet into the air, an army of firefighters are in the battle. But they are losing ground. Critical infrastructure like communication towers, even watersheds are at risk. But tonight it's homeowners facing the most immediate threat.
It's a little scary. I think everybody's panicking a little bit.
This is just one of 13 large wildfires sweeping across California. Winter rains providing new growth, and as we have seen across the state, fires are feeding on millions of dead trees and now costing $1 million a day to fight.
This fire is burning into rugged terrain. It will likely burn for several weeks, and the most dangerous part of wildfire season is still to come.
Tonight, lives and property are on the line, and now more crews are joining the fight. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
With the summer travel season now at its peak, the TSA today announced it has discovered a record number of guns at this country's airports. The vast majority loaded with rounds in the chamber. Among the passengers authorities say were found with the weapon was an American Idol winner. Here's NBC's Tom Costello.
23-year-old Scott McCreery, the winner of American Idol Season 10, says he forgot he had a loaded 9mm handgun in his backpack at Raleigh-Durham Airport. Issued a summons, his was one of a record 89 guns found at airports nationwide last week, including this loaded .40 caliber concealed inside a wheelchair cushion in Knoxville. In the first 6 months of the year, the TSA discovered 1,800 guns, putting it on track for 3,600 for the year. Yet another record in a string of yearly records. The most common excuse passengers claim they simply forgot.
So they forgot that they had a loaded firearm with them. And you know, if you own a firearm, you really need to know where it is at all times.
The busiest day last week, Tuesday the 11th, the TSA found 20 guns. The airports with the most guns last year, Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, Phoenix, and Denver. While it's difficult to pinpoint a reason, the confiscations are rising as more Americans buy guns and as more states pass open carry laws. 45 states now have some form of an open carry law, but bringing a gun to a TSA checkpoint can result in arrest and up to a $12,000 fine. Passengers who want to transport a gun must unload it and check it in a locked case.
It goes in a hard-sided case, again, unloaded next to the ammunition. You shut it, you lock it, has to be a hard-sided case.
A growing security concern as the TSA screens more than 2 million people a day. Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.
Overseas tonight, new tensions flaring between Israel and the Palestinians over access to one of the holiest sites to both Jews and Muslims. It's been a day of protests and deadly attacks. There are one in the West Bank where authorities say 3 Israelis have died after a Palestinian snuck into a home and went on a stabbing spree. The attacker was shot. In a separate incident in Jerusalem, 3 Palestinians were killed. Late today, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas announced he was cutting off all high-level communications with Israel. A major announcement today from the State Department. Soon, Americans will be banned from traveling to North Korea as tensions with that country continue to rise. The threat has officials in Hawaii concerned enough that they are rolling out a preparedness plan, which includes sheltering in place in the event North Korea launches a missile. Tonight, new fallout and new protections for O.J. Simpson, a day after he was granted parole after nearly a decade behind bars. And we have fresh reaction tonight from Florida, where Simpson may end up when he gets out later this year. NBC's Joe Fryer has more.
Thank you. Right after O.J. Simpson was granted parole, he was moved to a special housing unit away from the general prison population.
If there's any of those offenders inside that wanted to make a name for themselves, they've got 2 months to do it, so we're not going to let that happen.
Simpson's next move come October could be Florida.
All I want to do is as much time as I can with my children and my friends.
Close friend Tom Scotto met with Simpson right after the hearing.
He came out yelling, "We're going home."
He says the former football star might even live with him for a bit.
There's a chance, not right away, but there's a chance. Yeah, we talked about that.
In Naples, where Scotto lives, reaction to that news runs the gamut.
Yeah, I hope I run into him. Who doesn't?
I would prefer not to have him as a neighbor, frankly.
No matter where Simpson ends up, he must follow his release conditions, which include no illegal drugs, no weapons, no association with convicted felons. He can drink alcohol, but his blood alcohol level can't top .08.
I've never had an alcohol problem.
Simpson's testimony during the parole hearing is still getting attention.
Nobody's ever accused me of pulling any weapon on them. I've basically spent a conflict-free life.
Those statements shocking to many. Beyond Simpson's conviction for the armed robbery, he was accused and acquitted of murdering his ex-wife Nicole Brown and her friend Ron Goldman.
He's hardly conflict-free. I don't think he is worthy of the right to be out amongst decent people.
For now, the exact date Simpson walks out of prison is not yet known. Joe Fryer, NBC News, Lovelock, Nevada.
Still ahead tonight, stopping porch pirates. The new hidden technology police around the country are using to keep your home delivery safe and catch thieves red-handed. Also, it's definitely not your father's airline, the new carrier aimed strictly at millennials.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is in full swing.
They are not listening to me.
Watch this. Who wants ice cream?
So that's how you get them to listen.
Take on summer right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now with summer's hottest offer. Get 0% for 72 months plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in. During the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% for 72 months plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in. Offer ends soon.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, we carry flowers that signify why we want to end the disease. And we walk so that one day there will be a white flower for Alzheimer's first survivor. Join the fight at alz.org/walk.
Only Tylenol Rapid Release Gels have laser-drilled holes. They release medicine fast for fast pain relief. Tylenol.
Your brain changes as you get older, but Prevagen helps your brain with an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish. In clinical trials, Prevagen has been shown to improve short-term memory. Prevagen, the name to remember.
Nothing spoils a moment like heartburn. Try new Alka-Seltzer Ultra Strength Heartburn Relief Chews. It's fast, powerful relief with no chalky taste. Ultra Strength, new from Alka-Seltzer. Enjoy the relief.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a coop soup.
So beautiful.
Beautiful just like you.
Oh, thank you.
And we covered it November 6, 2009. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. In grueling conditions, only the strong survived. Now, the pursuit of the Claret Jug truly begins. The Open. Live coverage all day tomorrow on Golf Channel and NBC.
Sunday night with Megyn Kelly, battling a brain tumor.
I don't want to go back to my old ways because that's what got me this in the first place.
Maria Menounos on her emotional journey.
When you think about your future now, how does it look to you?
A Sunday exclusive.
Back now with a new way of catching porch pirates, those brazen thieves who steal packages right off your doorstep. It's a growing problem as more of us do our shopping online. In fact, 23 million Americans have had a package stolen from their home. But now, police have a high-tech way to track down those criminals. NBC National investigative correspondent Jeff Rawson shows us how it works in tonight's Rawson Reports.
Packages stolen in broad daylight, caught on home surveillance cameras. Brazen thieves walking right up to front doors, grabbing boxes, shoving them into bags. These suspects even tag teaming. Police departments are fed up, now planting bait packages on doorsteps. A deterrent for thieves who have no idea it's a trap.
This looks like a regular piece of mail, but inside you have an iPad here, for example. What makes this special?
It's actually a GPS tracker inside, and we're able to find the thieves who steal these packages and go and arrest them.
Today, I'm playing the bad guy. Okay, gonna grab the package, and off I go. Okay, I have it. Just like a regular bad guy, I'd be trying to get away. But the moment the package moves, the police get an alert. And little do I know, they're watching me in real time on that GPS tracker.
Package continuing eastbound Hamilton Avenue.
Let's get on a highway, shall we? Try to make a real getaway here. But seconds later,
appears to be getting onto southbound 17.
They're onto me, but back in my car, I have no clue.
If I really stole this package, I would be thinking I got away with it right now.
I'm doing everything I can to throw them off.
All right, pulling into this park. This will be a good test for them. This is pretty remote. Let's get out.
Just moments later.
This is incredible. They found us. Busted. You found me.
We found you.
You were able to just follow me right on the GPS tracker.
It was showing every turn you made and the distances and speeds.
If I were a real thief,
you'd be in handcuffs right now.
The message to thieves, the next package they steal may lead police right to their doorstep. Jeff Rawson, NBC News, Campbell, California.
We're back in a moment with the restaurant rocked by a deadly explosion.
When I first started working with Capital One, my dad called them up and asked for the Jennifer Garner card, which is such a dad thing to do. After he gave his name, the woman from Capital One said, "Mr. Garner, are you related to Jennifer?" kind of joking with him. And my dad was so proud to tell her, "As a matter of fact, she is my middle daughter." So now Dad has the venture card, he's earning his double miles, and he made a friend of the company.
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
What's in your wallet?
Nice job, Dad.
80% of recurrent ischemic strokes could be prevented with the right steps.